Whether it was pulling freight or moving passengers, the versatile Challenger locomotives could be found working all over the U.S. between 9 different railroads. Today, we've got 2 examples to review from the equally versatile LionMaster lineup from Lionel. On the earlier side, this Greyhound Challenger, number 3976, was released with older TMCC controls in 2002. At the other end, this green-bellied Rio Grande example, number 3803, was released with legacy controls in 2015. We'll explore the main features of the LionMaster Challenger and explore the differences between the newer and older offerings that are out there. But first, a bit of history on both units. Union Pacific operated more Challengers than any other railroad, and a handful of units destined for passenger duty on the West Coast would be painted in this distinctive Greyhound color scheme. In fact, 3976 was the first engine to receive this paintwork, and would swiftly convince those at the Omaha headquarters to order the rest of their passenger fleet to receive the same treatment. It's interesting to note that while some Challengers were fitted with these smoke shields or wings, any Challenger in passenger service would have had them. So it was on to me that this LionMaster model didn't feature them. I actually added them shortly after it arrived on our rails. Very happy that I did. This green Challenger has a slightly less impressive story to tell. The Denver and Rio Grande Western operated a fleet of 15 Baldwin-built Challenger-type locomotives, and they were well-liked among crews. But during World War II, the War Production Board diverted 6 Alco-built Challengers that were destined for the Union Pacific to the Rio Grande instead. The crews did not share the same favor for these leased L97s, as they were dubbed, claiming they were difficult to work on and they were regularly stored, while the other Baldwin L105 Challengers continued their work. In 1947, the Rio Grande swiftly sold them to Clinchfield, where they joined a fleet of other Alco-built Challengers and ran until the late 50s. Here on our O-Gauge Railroad, we've continued these engines' work by pulling passenger cars behind the Greyhound and freight cars behind the Greenbelly. They're both smooth-running engines and have nice, crisp details, and there's also separately applied details that make them look almost as impressive as their scale counterparts. When it comes to the corners, these both have enough weight to keep them grounded and enough flexibility to navigate our O48 turns with ease, and even twist in and out of our O36 turns in the switch yards. The older TMCC Greyhound may not have as many sound effects as the newer Legacy-equipped one, but I absolutely love the whistle on this. It booms through the whole house when I have it cranked up, and nothing in the second-hand overland can match it. The slower speed control isn't nearly as finite as the newer Odyssey 2 that the Legacy version boasts, but it can still glide across the rails and has no problem hauling long trains. The rest of the features take over on the Rio Grande example, not just from the sound effects department, but also in additional features. This LionMaster Legacy has some neat dialogue and can even top off the water with one of its auxiliary functions.
My water's full. Roger that. Out.
Not only is the smoke output more impressive on this, but it also features whistle steam. This is actually the first engine on our railroad with that feature, and it's an absolute treat to see it in action. I only wish the sound, accompanied by the smoke, was as impressive as its older brother. The Legacy version also has a brighter, more vivid light up front and just in general. And the manual sound control knob is much easier to get to on top of the tender instead of hidden underneath it like the older TMCC version. It's been interesting to see the slight design improvements to the LionMaster Challenger over the years. Most notably, the design of the signal lights and number boards up front have been improved, and even the rear lights on the later version have newer, nicer tooling. They still both look impressive on the layout and look great pulling semi-scale or even scale-sized cars. I don't have a Legacy control system here, so I can't fully utilize the quilling whistle of the Rio Grande example here. But other than that, I'd say both are still great engines if you can find them. They bring much more presence than you'd expect, even while being semi-scale, which gives them the ability to work on smaller or tighter layouts like ours. I'm so grateful there are engines like these that are able to be enjoyed on things like the second-hand overland. I found both of these used, so if you're looking for one to add to your roster, there's lots of auction sites and listings you can look through. Or, if you'd like, you can usually find these on trains.com. That's trains with a Z. If you do, use my coupon code DATAFIED at checkout for $10 off your order of $50 or more. You'll also be supporting the channel, so consider this a thanks in advance. If you have one of these engines or you'd like to know more about them, leave us a comment. We love hearing from you, so please subscribe so you don't miss out on more videos, and if you want to see more like this, check out our Lionel Reviews playlist here. Thank you so much for watching.